and welcome back to Green-Eyed Yogi. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Brandy Walker and I'm working to live a life worth living through art, movement, and exploration. So this is the second flow that I'm posting on this channel and I'm really excited about it. It was one that was highly requested, and that is chair yoga. Now, a lot of the times we think of chair yoga as something we utilize when we can't physically come to the mat and do our yoga flow. However, it's really important to think of chair yoga as a way to make yoga accessible for all people at all times. That being said, even if you are a completely able-bodied person, you can utilize chair yoga in your everyday practice, whether that be at work, while you're traveling, or even just when you're at the movies or something like that, watching television, anything like that where you're sitting in a chair. You can utilize some of these stretches to get in your yoga practice wherever you are. It is also obviously very useful for anybody who has any pre-existing conditions or injuries that allow them not to be able to come to their mat, whether that be on their knees or on their feet or anything like that. With all of that being said, let's get into today's flow. It's going to be about a 20-minute flow where we're going to try to get through an all-body stretch with the use of our beautiful chair. So to start off our flow, I want you to come closer to the edge of the chair. Be completely supported by the chair beneath you, allowing your legs to come off at a 90-degree angle here. Once you have your position on your chair, we're going to bring the hands to the tops of the knees. You can bring them face up or face down, whichever you choose here. We're going to just close the eyes for a second here. Really tapping back into the body here. We're going to start a mental scan from the top of the head, sending it all the way down to the tips of the toes. Just noticing where we're at right here, right now. Noticing any parts of the body that feel sore or tight. Also noticing any parts of the body that feel extra good. Too often we spend our days not noticing the body unless it is hurt or sick or not properly functioning. Take this time to seek out the parts of the body that feel good, sending a little love and gratitude their way. And when you complete this mental scan of the body, we're going to start to deepen our inhale. In through the nose, sending it all the way down into the diaphragm. That little space between our belly buttons and our pelvis here, filling it up with air with each inhale. And allowing our exhales to mirror our inhales, both in length and in depth. If you would like to set an intention for your practice today, feel free to do so at this time. You do not have to, but if you'd like to, an intention can be a word or a phrase, something you'd like to gain from your practice today, or something you'd like to take off the mat with you once you leave. If you do decide to set an intention for today's practice, I encourage you to repeat it to yourself 3 times to seal in its beautiful vibrational energy. Whenever you're ready, we're going to start to reawaken the body. Tiny little micro movements in the fingertips and the toes. Perhaps you move the shoulders or the head, just gently allowing the body to reawaken here. And whenever you're ready, we're going to open up those eyes here, okay? We're going to bring our right hand to our left shoulder. Left hand comes up underneath that right here, giving ourselves a nice hug here. We can bring it around a little bit more if we like. We're going to bow the head here, and we're just going to make some small circles here with the whole torso. Just moving it around here, still reawakening that body. Coming back up to center here, we're going to switch the hands now. So we're gonna bring the left hand to the top of the right shoulder, right hand comes down and around, and once again we can walk those hands around, hugging ourselves in just a little bit more here. And then we're gonna go in the opposite direction with our torso here. So circling it around in the opposite direction. Getting nice and loose here in the back. And then coming back up to center. We'll draw the hands back down onto our knees here. And we're gonna take our head over to our right shoulder to start. If you'd like, you can bring your right hand on top of the head here, and just allow that extra weight to carry you over a little bit more. Remember, we're not pulling that head down, we're just allowing the weight here to carry us over just a little bit more. Taking our gaze down to the floor on the right side. And then up towards the ceiling over our left shoulder here. Bringing it back to that right shoulder. We'll come down through center as we take it over to the left. Bringing that left arm up on top if you'd like. And taking our gaze down towards the left. And up towards the ceiling over the right shoulder this time. Bringing it back to that left shoulder. We'll remove our left hand, coming back up to center here. From here, we're going to draw the head down, chin to chest. Really getting this nice stretch in the back of the cervical spine here. If you'd like, you can draw the hands to the back of the neck, giving yourself a nice gentle massage. You can take it up into the base of the skull or down onto the trap muscles that connect the shoulders to the neck. Breathing in here. Taking a nice moment for some self-care and some self-love. And then nice and gentle, we'll take that gaze up towards the ceiling. Opening up through the throat here, feeling that expansion. This may feel a little intense as we're often looking down at our phones. Breathing in here. If at any point this feels any discomfort, feel free to take it to a lesser extent here, so we don't have to take it all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe we just take it down just a little bit here. Just trying to get a nice stretch through the throat here and the back of the neck. And coming back to center. Great job, guys. So we're going to interlock the fingertips behind the back here, just drawing those fists down towards the chair behind us. And we're really just trying to open up through the chest here. So we're taking the shoulders, looping them back behind us. Gaze can come up a little bit or all the way up if you'd like. Getting a nice stretch here through the shoulder blades and getting a nice pull together of the shoulder blades in the back here. Releasing here, we'll interlock the fingertips in front of us, rounding through the spine. And coming back up to center. Great job, guys. We're going to take the hands up overhead here, palms facing each other. We're going to inhale in, reaching up through our arms, reaching through the side body here. On our exhale, we're going to draw the hands down, drawing the left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes back behind us, grabbing onto that chair, as if we take a gentle twist to the right here. Inhale, we'll come back up to center, palms facing each other. Exhale, we'll take it down. This time, right hand to left knee. Left hand comes back behind us for length as we gently twist to the left. And coming back to center one more time, we'll take those arms up overhead. And on our next exhale, we're gonna draw this right hand down to any part of your chair. This chair doesn't have exactly a nice leg for me to grab onto, but whatever you're working with here, we're just gonna take our right hand, placing it down on the side and taking that left arm up and over here. Reaching through this left side body here is where we're really trying to get our stretch here. And coming up through center, we'll place that left hand down on the chair. Right arm comes up and over. And coming back up to center once again. Great job, guys. From here, we're gonna move into a cat and cow variation or modification. So in the chair, we can still move through a normal cat and cow like we would on our mat on the ground here. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw our hands to our knees. If you'd like, you can bring them to the hips here. I generally like placing them on my knees, but it's open for your interpretation here, whatever makes you feel good here. So once we have our hands here on our knees, on an inhale, we're gonna bring the gaze up as we bring the chest forward here. Exhale, we're gonna move into our cat modification as we round through the spine, bowing the head. Once again, inhale to cow. Gaze comes up. Exhaling to cat. We round through. Moving at your own pace here, at your own time. Going as slow as you'd like or as fast as you'd like. Just making sure that we're giving each vertebrae their own second, their own chance to move here. Even drawing some awareness down to the base of the spine as we're sitting here on the sit bones, making sure that we're still tucking those in as we move into our cat position. We'll move through 2 more of these at your own pace, at your own time. And then we'll come back into that neutral spine position here, sitting up tall. Once we come back to this position, we're gonna move into a nice little arm stretch. So we're just gonna take our right arm out in front of us, crossing it across the body here, bringing our left arm on top here, breathing into this stretch, getting a nice stretch from the shoulder girdle here. Gently we'll release that arm, taking the left arm out in front of us. We'll guide with the right hand over to the right, hugging that left arm in here, breathing into the stretch. Now we're going to take the arms out in front of us here, right arm on top. We're going to cross over once again, left arm on bottom, we'll cross over, hugging in here, so really wrapping ourselves here. On an inhale, we're going to reach up, exhale, we're going to fold forward here. Doing this 2 more times, inhale up, exhale down. 1 more time, inhale up, and exhale down. Great job, guys. We're going to bring hands to heart center, bowing the head, and we're just going to loop the shoulders back 2 times here. Once we have the arms settled here, we're going to bring our right hand down to the side of our chair. If you have more of a leg, feel free to grab onto that, as we're going to take that left arm up and over here, really reaching. And coming back up to center. This time we're going to bring that left hand down. Right arm comes up and over as we reach once again here. And coming up to center, we'll bring both arms up, full body stretch. And then we're going to interlock the fingertips together, bringing them behind the head. And once again, we're going to bring those shoulders back. So we open up through the chest here, getting a nice stretch in the upper thoracic spine here. Breathing in, coming forward, we're gonna draw those elbows in towards the face and tucking the chin in as we round through the spine. Coming back up to center, we're gonna start to move down into the legs. So from here, we're just gonna pick the feet up just gently, pointing the toes down here, just lifting up our heels. You might feel a few cracks here. I know my ankles are popping here. Just getting some nice movement in the feet here. From here, we're gonna bring our feet up onto our heels here and just placing the toes up and down, coming into that flexed position as we come up with the toes here. Just getting some nice movement through the toes. And then we're gonna plant down with that left foot. And if you can, we're gonna bring the right foot up onto the toes here and just rolling through that ankle, nice and gentle here. We'll take it in the opposite direction. And planting that right foot down, we'll do the same on the left. So coming up onto the toes, just a nice gentle roll through the ankle. And taking in the opposite direction here. And coming back to center here. So if you feel comfortable, we're gonna now cross that right ankle over the left knee, making sure that the left foot is placed firmly on the ground with a nice 90-degree angle bend in our left knee. We're gonna cross that right ankle over the left, coming into a little bit of a figure four stretch here. Now this may feel perfectly comfortable to you here, and getting a nice stretch here in the lower back and into the butt muscles here. But if you need a little bit more, we're gonna sit up tall here and just slowly forward fold over that left, or over this right knee. However much you feel comfortable with. You can take it all the way down to rest on it, or you can stay completely upright here. It is up to you completely. And just making sure that we're keeping a nice, generous stretch here, and we're never feeling any pain in this area. From here, we're gonna release this right ankle from the left knee. We're gonna slowly slide it down, gently placing it back down on the ground. And then once we have the right foot back down on the ground, we're gonna pick that left foot up, bringing that left ankle on top of the right knee. Feel free to move it with your hands to help you adjust it here. And then once we're ready, we can either stay up perfectly tall here, getting this nice generous stretch, or if we would like a little bit deeper, we can slowly start to forward fold over that left knee. We can come to rest on it completely if we like. We can even draw the hands down towards the earth if we'd like. However feels the most comfortable to you here. And then we'll slowly come back up if we were forward folded. And then we're gonna gently release that left ankle from the right knee, bringing it down onto the ground once again. From here, we're just gonna do some calf raises once again. So really picking up those heels here and placing them back down. Just a nice, generous movement here. And then if you feel comfortable, we're gonna take the legs and walk them out just a little bit distance away from each other here, as much that feels comfortable, but not too much here. And we're just gonna slowly windshield wiper the legs back and forth, however much feels comfortable to you. Just getting a little bit of movement in the hips. And and then walking the feet back towards each other here. We're gonna come into our last pose of the practice before we move into our closer, and that is going to be an eagle pose in chair on either side. So first we're gonna press down into that left foot, and if you feel comfortable, we're gonna pick that right knee up and place it just on top of that left foot here. If you need to readjust the left foot, feel free to do so. If this feels good, feel free to stay right here. If not, you can also tuck the right foot back behind the left, up to you completely. And as we have our left foot placed down here, we're actually gonna bring our right arm out in front of us. Interweaving that left arm up and around, drawing the left fingertips to the right palm here, coming into our eagle hands. Our gaze is just past our hands in front of us here, feeling a nice stretch here in the hips and in the shoulders here. Breathing in here, we'll only be here for just a second. And first we'll release the hands coming out of this, and then we'll release the legs, placing that right foot back down on the mat, down on the floor here. We're gonna cross the left over the right now. Drawing that left over the right. Once again, we can keep them just crossed like this, or we can gently tuck those left toes behind the right foot. From here, we're gonna bring that left arm out in front this time, and we're gonna bring the right arm up and around, drawing the right fingertips to that left palm. Breathing in here, feeling this nice stretch here. Once again, if anything at all feels discomfort, you can always bring the tops of the hands together, uncross that leg, whatever feels comfortable to you here. Our gaze is just past our left hand here. We'll be here for one more second, and then we'll release the hands first, and then release the legs. Great job, guys. So that's the end of our flow here. If you have a little bit more time, feel free to sit back, get a little cozy in your chair, relax back, and come into a nice Shavasana. If you don't have the time, I completely understand, but I would like to leave us all with one more thing. So we're gonna take our arms up overhead, drawing the palms together here above our heads. Slowly, we're gonna draw the hands down in 3 stages. So we're gonna bring the hands so that the thumbs graze our forehead. Gently closing the eyes here. We stop at the forehead to remember that our thoughts have so much control over the things that we do, the things that we say, and the way that we feel. But we have control over those thoughts. So I encourage you to observe your thoughts, to learn from them and grow with them. Allow yourself to cultivate a mindset that allows you to think positively in as many situations as possible, if not all. Allow this light to begin from within you. Slowly, we'll draw the hands down to in front of the mouth. We stop here to remember that our words are powerful. Our words are so incredibly powerful. With them, they bring the ability to change our lives, to change others' lives, and to change the world. So as you go out into the world today, as you leave your mat, as you leave your chair, please, please, please remember to speak kindly onto others as well as onto yourself. Allow yourself to take that light that started within you and let it go out and touch other people's lives. Slowly, we'll draw the hands down to heart center, the final place of our resting hands in today's practice. We stop here to take a moment for us, to thank ourselves for coming to the mat today and doing something purely and totally for ourselves. We thank our bodies for all that they do for us. We thank our minds for all that they do for us. We thank ourselves for everything we've ever achieved and every obstacle we've ever overcome. And I would like to take this moment to thank all of you for coming to the mat today, for coming to the chair today, and sharing your beautiful practice with me. The light in me truly sees, honors, respects, and loves the light in each and every single one of you. Until we meet again, namaste. Thank you guys so incredibly much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the flow. I really want to be posting some more flows on here in the next coming weeks, coming months. So definitely make sure if you enjoyed today's video, give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me if there are any specific flows, any specific styles that you would like to see on this channel, and I will try to get those videos out for you guys. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I will see you soon. Namaste.